Kabir Singh full movie 2019, Shahid Kapoor, Kiara Advani. This is the full movie of Kabir Singh in Hindi language. This is a story of a young man named Kabir Thakur, who is a medical student. He falls in love with a girl named Preeti. They both belong to different communities and their families are against their relationship. Despite all the odds, they decide to marry each other. But unfortunately, their happiness is short-lived as they are soon separated due to some circumstances. The story takes a turn when Kabir learns that his father was killed by Preeti's brother. Consumed by anger and revenge, he sets out to punish the responsible. Throughout his journey, he faces various challenges and changes his ways to achieve his goal. Eventually, he becomes a successful doctor and seeks revenge on those who wronged him. Along the way, he finds solace in a newfound love interest named Baljit Kaur. Will Kabir find justice for his father? Will he be able to move on from his past? Let's find out in this full movie. We highly encourage you to watch the original source rather than these low-quality uploads. Nevertheless, if you're unable to access the original source and prefer subtitles, we offer this movie with English subtitles for your convenience. We kindly request you to support us by liking and sharing our content, which helps us deliver more quality videos. The year is 2019 and the movie is an official remake of the super hit Telugu movie Arjun Reddy released in the year 2017. The movie stars Shahid Kapoor and Kiara Advani in the lead roles alongside a supporting cast including Suresh Oberoi, Arpit Chabra, Amrita Puri, Jassi Gill and Aditi Sharma. The music for the film is composed by Sachet Tandon and Parag Chabra with lyrics penned by Manoj Muntashir and Rashmi Virag. The cinematography is handled by Kamath Ravi Varman and the film is edited by 14 Reels Entertainment and TSS Aru Kumar. Produced by Murad Kaitani, Ashwin Vard and Sajid Qureshi under the banners of Sign One Studios, Dharma Productions, and T-Series. The movie is directed by Sandeep Vanga. Now let's get started with the full movie. In a small village in Himachal Pradesh, India, Kabir Thakur, a second-year medical student at a private college in New Delhi, is known for his rebellious nature and involvement in several violent incidents. On the other hand, Preeti, a middle-class Hindu Punjabi girl from a locality in Delhi, is a topper in her class and has a traditional upbringing. When she arrives at the college, she instantly catches the attention of her classmates, including Kabir. Despite her family's initial disapproval, Kabir persists in pursuing her and eventually wins her over. One day while traveling in an auto rickshaw, they share their lunch and a sweet moment. Soon their friendship blossoms into love. However, their romance is threatened when Preeti's brother, who belongs to a rival political party, confronts Kabir due to his lower caste status. The confrontation escalates, leading to the intervention of a local politician, Karan Junia, who uses his influence to have Kabir expelled from the college. Heartbroken and determined to prove himself, Kabir drops out and returns home. Upon learning about Kabir's expulsion, his father, who is the chief of police, confronts Karan, warning him of dire consequences. However, Karan, who holds political power, remains defiant. Filled with grief and a desire for revenge, Kabir's father commits suicide, leaving a note holding Karan responsible for his death. Consumed by rage, Kabir vows to seek retribution against Karan. Meanwhile, Preeti, unaware of what had happened to Kabir, is pressured by her parents to break off their relationship as he is now unemployed and disgraced. Initially hesitant, she eventually agrees and the two part ways. After a year, Kabir transforms his appearance, sporting a beard and long hair, and returns to Delhi. He encounters one of his old classmates, Baljit Kaur, who works as a receptionist at a private hospital. Intrigued by his changed demeanor, Baljit offers him assistance and helps him secure a job as an intern at the same hospital where she works. Over time, Kabir develops feelings for Baljit, who reciprocates them. Driven by vengeance, Kabir becomes increasingly violent and resorts to extreme measures, even assaulting a police officer who tries to stop him. His actions put his job in jeopardy, but Baljit stands by him, showing unwavering support. As their relationship deepens, Baljit encourages Kabir to confront his past and move forward in life. However, he remains consumed by his desire for revenge, jeopardizing his newfound happiness with Baljit. In a surprising turn of events, Karan meets with a tragic accident and Kabir is summoned to the hospital where he is being treated. Despite the opportunity to exact his revenge, Kabir hesitates. Instead, he treats Karan with professionalism and even saves his life during a surgery. This act of humanity surprises everyone, including Karan's wife, who expresses gratitude towards Kabir. As Karan recovers, he reveals the truth about the incident that led to his accident. It turns out that he had been set up by his own brother, Sukhdev, who wanted to inherit Karan's property. Sukhdev had manipulated Karan into investing his money in a risky car venture, knowing that it would lead to financial ruin and allow him to take over Karan's assets. However, Karan's wife had uncovered Sukhdev's scheme and confronted him, leading to a heated argument that resulted in Sukhdev pushing Karan out of the window, believing that he would not survive the fall. Touched by Karan's wife's devotion and realizing the depth of Sukhdev's betrayal, Kabir's anger resurfaces and he vows to expose the truth. Confronting Sukhdev, Kabir reveals his identity and accuses him of murdering Karan. Although Sukhdev tries to deny his involvement, Karan's wife, armed with evidence, exposes Sukhdev's lies and reveals his true colors. In a dramatic turn of events, Kabir and Karan join forces to confront Sukhdev, seeking justice for the attempted murder. Amidst the chaos, Sukhdev's men arrive and attempt to flee, but Kabir and Karan stop them. As the police close in on Sukhdev, Karan's wife expresses gratitude to Kabir for helping her expose her husband's brother and bringing him to justice. She recognizes that without Kabir's assistance, Sukhdev would have succeeded in his wicked plan. Meanwhile, Preeti, who is now studying in London, receives a message from Kabir on social media asking for a meeting. She agrees and upon meeting him, discovers that he is still in love with her. Overwhelmed by his confession, she admits that she, too, still harbors feelings for him. However, just as their reconciliation seems imminent, Kabir's phone rings, reminding him of his responsibility towards Baljit, who is expecting a child. Torn between his love for Preeti and his commitment to Baljit, Kabir is left grappling with a difficult decision. Years go by and Kabir is now happily married to Baljit, living a comfortable life in London. Their relationship is strong and they have a son named Zoravar. On the other hand, Preeti is shown to be single and working as a doctor in London. Her colleague, Vicky, is interested in her, but she is unaware of his affection. One day, Preeti receives a call from her mother informing her that her cousin's engagement is being arranged and she is expected to attend. While discussing the matter with Vicky, Preeti confides in him that she still loves Kabir despite being engaged to another man. Vicky, who is aware of Kabir's reputation as a womanizer, advises Preeti to move on and not make the same mistake again. He reassures her that he will always be there for her. On the other hand, Kabir is also reminiscing about his past relationship with Preeti and admits that he misses her. Meanwhile, Sukhdev, who is furious over his imprisonment, plans his revenge from jail. He manages to escape with the help of a corrupt official and seeks out Karan, who is now serving as a cabinet minister. Sukhdev blackmails Karan into giving him 2 crore rupees, threatening to implicate him in a false case. If Karan refuses, Sukhdev warns that he will kill his son. Desperate to protect his son, Karan reluctantly agrees to pay the ransom. Sukhdev then contacts Kabir through a friend and offers him a deal. He proposes that if Kabir can bring Karan to an isolated warehouse, he will return the 2 crore rupees. Motivated by his sense of duty and the promise of money, Kabir accepts the offer. As the story reaches its climax, tensions rise and the characters are forced to make crucial decisions that will shape their destinies. Will Kabir choose love or duty, and what will be the ultimate fate of Sukhdev and Karan? Stay tuned to find out in the next part of the movie. Please support us by liking and sharing our content. Your support motivates us to bring more interesting videos. Thanks for watching.